Gimme 24, professional doormat and certified nice guy. Been friends with this girl, Sarah, since freshman year of college. Absolute goddess, way out of my league. Like seriously, she's a solid 9-10 and I'm a generous 6. On a good day with proper lighting, spent the last 6 years watching her date a series of absolute chads, each one somehow worse than the last. First was Derek, the gym bro who thought protein shakes were a food group. Then came Tyler, who unironically called women females and wore tap-out shirts to formal events. After that was Brandon, who had the personality of wet cardboard but abs you could grate cheese on. Meanwhile, I'm here being her emotional support animal, listening to her cry about how all men are trash, while I'm literally sitting right there, my face, when I'm apparently not a man. She'd always say, "You're such a good friend, Anon. I wish I could find a guy like you." Bitch, I am literally right here. But no, apparently I lack the crucial asshole gene required for attraction. Spent years doing boyfriend activities without the boyfriend benefits. Helping her move apartments, 3 times. Fixing her computer when Chad accidentally downloaded hot singles in your area.exe. Being her +1 to weddings where she'd get drunk and tell me how perfect I am, while dancing with some random dude she just met. Even her mom likes me better than her boyfriends. "Why don't you date Anon? He's such a nice boy." Sarah would laugh and say, "Mom, Anon's like a brother to me." Sweet Home Alabama plays faintly in the distance. My friends all think I'm pathetic. Dude, just move on. You're in the friend zone deeper than the Mariana Trench. She's using you like a free Uber with emotions. But I'm convinced she'll eventually realize we're meant to be together. I've seen enough rom-coms to know how this works. Fast forward to last month. Sarah breaks up with her latest Chad, Marcus. This one lasted 8 months. New record. Apparently he was cheating with his CrossFit instructor. Shocker. The guy who spent more time at the gym than with his girlfriend found someone else. She calls me crying at 2 a.m. I drive over with ice cream and wine like the simp I am. She's wearing these tiny shorts and a tank top. I try very hard to maintain eye contact and not be a creep, failing miserably. We're sitting on her couch watching The Notebook, because apparently that's what you do during breakups. She's cuddled up against me, head on my shoulder. This is the closest to physical contact we've had in years. She starts doing the whole "why are all guys such assholes" routine. Then she looks up at me with those big blue eyes. "Except you, Anon, you're different." My heart starts racing. Is this it? Is this finally happening? She sits up and faces me. You know what? Maybe I've been looking for love in all the wrong places. Holy shit, it's happening. Maybe what I need has been right in front of me all along. This is it, boys. 6 years of patience about to pay off. She leans in closer. I can smell her vanilla shampoo. Anon. Yeah? Do you think your roommate Mike is single? Record scratch. Freeze frame. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. My soul leaves my body. I can actually feel my ancestors laughing at me. He's just always been so nice when I come over. And he's got that mysterious vibe, you know? Mike. Freaking Mike. The dude who thinks showering is optional and owns exactly 1 pair of sheets. The guy whose idea of cooking is microwaving Hot Pockets. Mike, who once asked if Europe was a country. That Mike. I tell her Mike has a girlfriend. Lie. Mike hasn't touched a woman since the Clinton administration. She looks disappointed, goes back to crying about Marcus. I sit there contemplating if becoming a monk is still an option. Eventually she falls asleep. I cover her with a blanket and leave. Drive home at 3 a.m., questioning every life choice I've made. Get home and Mike is awake playing League of Legends in his underwear, eating cereal with Mountain Dew instead of milk. This is who she wants. I grab a beer and sit down. Mike pauses his game. Rough night? I explain everything. He actually laughs. Dude, you're her gay best friend. I'm not gay. She doesn't know that. Realize he might be right. I've been so far in the friend zone, I've transcended sexuality in her eyes. Next few days, I ignore Sarah's texts. Need time to reevaluate my life. She keeps messaging, asking if I'm okay. Finally, she shows up at my apartment. Mike answers the door in a towel, fresh from his bi-weekly shower. Sarah's suddenly very interested in our apartment layout, asking Mike about his hobbies. My dude really said I like anime and cryptocurrency. She's eating it up. I'm watching this train wreck in slow motion. She finally notices I'm there. Anon, I was worried about you. Why haven't you been answering my texts? I just shrug. She invites herself in, sits between me and Mike on the couch, but definitely closer to Mike, starts telling us about some work drama. I'm not even listening anymore, just wondering where I went wrong. Mike excuses himself to go to his room, probably to continue his league game. Sarah watches him leave, then turns to me. Is Mike seeing anyone? That's it. 6 years of friendship, and this is where we're at. I finally snap. No, Sarah, Mike is single. He's also unemployed, hasn't changed his sheets since Obama was president, and thinks vegetables are a government conspiracy. She blinks at me. But if that's what you're into, go for it. Maybe you two can bond over his collection of anime body pillows. She gets defensive. Why are you being such a jerk? I thought you were my friend. I am your friend, Sarah. That's the freaking problem. It all comes spilling out. 6 years of pent-up frustration. I tell her how I've been in love with her since freshman year. How I've watched her date every Chad in a 50-mile radius while I've been here the whole time. She just stares at me. Anon, I had no idea. Bullshit. I thought you were, gay? No, Sarah, I'm not gay. I'm just stupid. Awkward silence. She fidgets with her hands. I don't see you that way. I know. You're like my best friend. I know. This doesn't have to change anything. Yes, it does. I stand up. I think you should go. She looks hurt. Anon, please. Sarah, I need some space. I can't keep doing this. She leaves. I sit back down and open another beer. Mike comes out of his room. Heard all that. Walls are thin. Want to play League? Sure. We game in silence for a while. Finally, Mike speaks up. For what it's worth, you're better than all those dudes she dates. Thanks, man. Also, I don't actually own any anime body pillows. I know. Just regular pillows with anime characters on them. That's somehow worse. We both laugh. Over the next few weeks, I distance myself from Sarah, stop answering her texts immediately, don't offer to help with her problems, start focusing on myself, hit the gym, became friends with Derek, ironically, take up new hobbies, actually start dating other people. Turns out when you're not spending all your time pining over one girl, other girls actually notice you exist. Who knew? Month later, I'm at a coffee shop with this girl from my photography class. She's cute, funny, and actually interested in me. We're laughing about something when I see Sarah walk in. She sees me with my date, looks shocked, walks over. Anon, hi. Awkward introductions. Sarah keeps staring at my date, like she's trying to figure out what's happening. Makes small talk for a minute, then leaves. My date asks who that was, just an old friend. That night I get a text from Sarah. She seems nice. She is. I miss hanging out with you. I don't respond. Week later she texts again. Can we talk? I think I made a mistake. I still don't respond. Not because I'm playing hard to get, but because I genuinely don't care anymore. Realized the Sarah I was in love with was an idealized version. The real Sarah kept me around as an emotional support system, while pursuing guys who treated her poorly. And I enabled it for 6 years. Couple months pass. I'm actually happy now. Still dating photography girl, her name's Emma. Haven't thought about Sarah in weeks. Then I run into her at a mutual friend's party. She corners me in the kitchen. Anon, I need to tell you something. She's drunk. I think I'm in love with you. I laugh, actually laugh. No, you're not, Sarah. You just missed the attention. She tears up. I know I messed up. I should have seen what was right in front of me. Sarah, what was right in front of you was a doormat, and you walked all over it for 6 years. That's not love. She tries to kiss me. I step back. I'm seeing someone. We can work through this. No, we can't. I spent 6 years waiting for you to see me, and now that I've moved on, suddenly you're interested? That's not love. That's ego. She starts crying harder, says I'm being unfair, that she's changed, that she knows what she wants now. Emma walks in looking for me, sees Sarah crying, asks if everything's okay. I put my arm around Emma. Everything's fine. We were just leaving. We walk out together. Sarah texts me the next day apologizing, says she was drunk and didn't mean it, but also says she meant every word. I don't respond. Funny how the tables turned. Spent 6 years in the friend zone, finally escaped by no longer wanting to be anything more than friends. Ironic. Last I heard, she's dating some new guy. Still texts me occasionally. I respond politely but briefly. We're still friends on Facebook. She likes all my photos with Emma, comments things like, so happy for you, with just a few too many exclamation points. Mike eventually did go on one date with her. Said she talked about me the whole time. He noped out of there real quick. Dodged a bullet, bro. You mean I dodged a bullet? No, I mean I did. She's crazy. Fair enough. Honestly didn't think I'd ever get over Sarah. 6 years is a long time to waste on one person. But turns out there really are other fish in the sea. Some of them actually like you back and don't try to date your roommate who uses Mountain Dew as milk. Weird how that works. BB 23, not particularly attractive, but not hideous either. Somehow managed to land a cute girlfriend named Olivia. Been together for almost 6 months. She's smart, pretty, and for some reason thinks I'm funny. Honestly, I have no idea how I got this lucky. She's definitely out of my league. We're that couple that everyone looks at and thinks, how did he get her? Like if you saw us walking down the street, you'd assume I'm rich or something. I'm not. Work a normal office job, live in a mediocre apartment. But things have been going surprisingly well. She works at some fancy marketing firm downtown, always dressed professionally, very put together. Meanwhile, I'm over here wearing the same 3 shirts in rotation, but somehow we work, or so I thought. Last Tuesday, we're at my place watching a movie. She gets up to use the bathroom, leaves her phone on the couch. It keeps buzzing with notifications. I'm not the jealous type, never check her phone, but it keeps going off. Eventually, curiosity gets the better of me. Flip it over to see the screen. Group chat with her friends. See my name in the preview. Shouldn't look? Definitely shouldn't look. But it's right there. Just a quick peek. Unlock her phone. She gave me her code weeks ago, said she had nothing to hide. Open the group chat. Scroll up a bit to see what they're talking about. It's a conversation about me. Her friend Jessica asking, how's it going with that guy? Olivia's response, honestly, better than expected, LOL. Jessica, still can't believe you're dating him. Olivia, I know, right? Not my usual type, but sometimes you have to lower your standards. My heart drops into my stomach. Another friend chimes in, at least he treats you well? Olivia, yeah, he worships the ground I walk on. It's kind of adorable. Jessica, how long are you going to keep this experiment going? Olivia, not sure, but it's kind of refreshing to date someone who tries this hard. Like he actually plans dates and listens when I talk. Plus, the look on people's faces when they see us together is priceless. Her friend Rachel, OMG, you're so bad, lol. Keep reading, even though each message feels like a knife. Olivia, I mean, he's not bad looking if you squint and the lighting is right. And he's so grateful for any attention I give him. It's like having a puppy. Feel physically sick. Put the phone back exactly how I found it. Try to process what I just read. She comes back from the bathroom, sits next to me like nothing happened, cuddles up against me. I'm completely numb, can barely focus on the movie, just nodding and making appropriate noises when she says something. She doesn't notice anything's wrong, because apparently I'm just a freaking puppy, make some excuse about not feeling well. She leaves around 10 p.m., spend the whole night staring at the ceiling, can't sleep, keep replaying those messages in my head. Lower your standards. Kind of adorable. Like having a puppy. Next day at work, I'm a zombie. Coworkers ask if I'm okay. Just say I didn't sleep well. Olivia texts me throughout the day like normal. Sweet messages asking how my day is going. Sends a heart emoji. Can't bring myself to respond the same way I usually would. Just short replies, no emojis. She notices something's off. Everything okay? Yeah, just busy. Lie. Decide. I need to end this. No point dragging it out. Plan to do it in person because I'm not a complete asshole, even if I'm just her charity case. We have plans Friday night, dinner at this Italian place she likes. Decide that's when I'll do it. After dinner, not during. I'm not a monster. Friday comes around. Pick her up at her apartment. She looks beautiful as always, wearing this blue dress that makes her eyes pop. Normally I'd compliment her. Today, I just say ready to go. She gives me a strange look but doesn't say anything. Dinner is awkward. I'm quiet, just pushing pasta around my plate. She tries to make conversation. I give minimal responses. Finally, she puts down her fork. Okay, what's going on? Nothing. Bullshit. You've been weird for days. Did something happen? Moment of truth. I saw your texts. Her face goes pale. What texts? The group chat with your friends about your experiment with me. She looks genuinely confused. What are you talking about? Tuesday night, when you were in the bathroom, your phone kept going off. Her eyes widen with realization. You read my messages? Yeah, I did, and I saw what you really think of me. That I'm some charity case you took on. That you lowered your standards to date me. That I'm like a freaking puppy. She doesn't deny it, just sits there looking shocked. I can't believe you went through my phone. That's what you're focused on? Not the fact that you've been lying to me for 6 months? Restaurant getting awkwardly quiet around us. People starting to stare, lower my voice. Look, I get it. I'm not the kind of guy you normally date. But you could have just not dated me instead of making me your pity project. She tries to say something, but I cut her off. I'm going to pay for dinner and then I'm leaving. You can find your own way home. Wave the waiter over, pay the bill, stand up to leave. She grabs my arm. Wait, please. It's not what you think. I read the text, Olivia. It's exactly what I think. No, you don't understand. I understand perfectly. Have a nice life. Walk out of the restaurant. She follows me into the parking lot. Anon, please listen to me. Keep walking to my car. It wasn't about you. Those texts weren't about you. That stops me. Turn around. What? She looks desperate now. Those texts weren't about you. They were about Jason. Who the hell is Jason? The guy I was dating before you. I don't believe you. Look at the date on those messages. What? Check the date. Those messages were from 8 months ago. Pull out my phone. I don't have access to your messages anymore. She pulls out her phone, opens the group chat, scrolls way back, shows me the screen. Sure enough, the timestamp says January. We started dating in March. But I saw my name. No, you saw Jason's name. They were asking about that guy, and you said you were dating below your standards. Yes, Jason. The guy who I dumped because he treated me like garbage. The guy who my friends couldn't believe I was dating because he was conventionally hot, but a total asshole. The experiment was dating someone just because they were attractive, even though they had a terrible personality. I'm completely confused now. But you said something about how people look at you when you're together. She sighs. Yes, because Jason was the stereotypical hot douchebag that all my friends thought I should be with. People were surprised I was dating him because he was known as a player, not because of how he looked, but because of his reputation. Suddenly feeling very stupid. So, all that stuff about lowering your standards was about dating a hot guy with a shit personality instead of finding someone who actually cared about me. She steps closer, which is exactly what I did when I found you. Don't know what to say. Anand, I'm with you because I want to be. Because you're kind and thoughtful and make me laugh. Because you're attractive to me in ways that matter. I've never thought I was lowering my standards with you. If anything, you raised my standards for how I should be treated. Still processing this. But why didn't you just tell me this in the restaurant? Because I was shocked that you went through my phone, and then you wouldn't let me explain. You just assumed the worst and walked out. Fair point. Standing awkwardly in the parking lot. I'm sorry for looking at your phone. I'm sorry you thought those messages were about you. Silence for a moment. So what now? I ask. Now you can either take me home and we can forget this ever happened. Or you can realize that I'm crazy about you and that I've been wanting to tell you I love you for weeks but was afraid it was too soon. Wait, what? You love me? She nods. Even though I just made a complete ass of myself? Especially because you just made a complete ass of yourself. Most guys would have just ghosted me if they thought I was using them. You confronted me directly. That takes guts. Misguided, jealous guts. But still, can't help but laugh. I feel like such an idiot. You kind of are. But you're my idiot if you still want to be. Step towards her. I do. And for the record, I love you too. She smiles, starts to say something else. I turn to head back to the car. Anon. Look back. Suddenly she's right there, grabs my face and kisses me hard. When we break apart, I ask, what was that for? Because those bitches at the next table were staring at you all night. I wanted to make it clear you're taken. She smiles. Also because I really do love you, you insecure dork. Kiss her again in the middle of the parking lot. Don't care who's watching. Turns out sometimes miscommunications have happy endings, and sometimes the girl really does just like you for you, even if you can't quite believe it yourself.